Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see you all. Such a pleasure. More importantly, a privilege to meet you all. My name is Dr. Michael Woodward Jr. Came all the way from Miami, Florida. So much traffic, but it's all good. For this moment to meet you all and just to talk to you all, I do it all over again. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know y'all got so much work. I know you're just ready to get back to your teachers. So I understand. You got work to catch up on. I get it. We don't have that. They ain't pay me that much now to sit here and read the whole book. But I do want to read a little bit. To tell you a little bit about myself. I told you I'm from Miami, Florida. I used to live in Atlanta, Georgia for a little bit. Hold up now. We can't. I got you. I'm going to be asking questions. Hold up now. Whenever you're ready. So I attended Florida A&M University, FAMU. I don't know if you heard of us. Orange and Green. I got my master's from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. So I used to live in Las Vegas for 2 years. And I just finished my PhD about a year ago at Barry University. Now I'm a current professor. I'm a college professor at Barry. I appreciate that, Mike. Thank you, my guy. You know what I'm saying? But I'd much rather talk to you all. Because you're at that juncture in your life where there's so many decisions and so many choices that presents itself each and every day. What do y'all like? High school is like 9th, 10th grade?
Yeah, 10th grade.
Y'all look like it.
10th grade.
Okay. You had me fooled for a moment. But let's see if you act like it. So, all right. To tell you a little bit more about myself, I study business. I'm very money driven. I don't come from much at all. I come from the city of Miami. I don't want to take you down my journey of struggles and challenges and all that. That's not what we're here for. We're here to celebrate life. Every day above ground is a day to be thankful for. I'm sure we all can name someone in our life who's going through a struggle much worse than us. And a friend once told me if we put all our problems on the floor, I guarantee you'll be the first to pick up your own problems. That took me a moment to figure out. Sometimes we look to the left and look to the right, see people who appear to have it better than us. We scroll down our timelines and our Instagram, we see people living life, TikTok, but you never know what demons they are fighting. You never know the challenges that present themselves. So I didn't love it at first, to be honest. I was a struggle. I used to crack jokes in class. I still crack jokes. But I used to do that because I couldn't read. I couldn't read. Back then, none of my teachers sounded like me. A lot of the things they made me read didn't reflect my neighborhood. A lot of my friends in my life didn't have fathers in their lives. It was a downhill battle. There's temptation everywhere. Each and every day, you are presented with a choice. And that's what I want to talk about today. Just for a moment. There's a couple things that I want to do. No, we're not going to read the whole book. No. But I would like to just take you into my mind just for a moment. I believe we each have a talent. We can each create and bring something to this world. There's so many people who want to take some more. But few people give. If you can give something to this world, you will be rewarded. And we're not just talking about money. We're not just talking about cash. We're talking about blessings. We're talking about beauty. We're talking about love. We're talking about people who value and care for us. I used to think nobody cared for me. I used to think nobody believed in me. And sometimes I still find myself in that dark place. But I'm always reminded. Every time I have the privilege to speak in front of kids, young adults, y'all ain't kids, y'all are some young adults. And the choices that you make can impact the rest of your life. Your freedom is at risk. Can everybody say freedom? Freedom. Your freedom is at risk every day. In one moment, in one choice, you can ruin it and have it taken. It's not a joke. My older brother did 15 years. 15 years because of the choice that he made.
My brother fighting 24 right now.
I asked you if you have something to say, you raise your hand.
Ooh.
I did, didn't I? So this is what I want to make happen just for a moment. Because of the decisions that we make can lead us down a dark path. So I want to take a moment. This is one of my first. I'm the author of 33 books that are sold all over the world, in countries I've never been to, in places I've never been before, in malls that I couldn't afford to shop in. It's wild. Remember, I told you, I thought nobody believed in me. And I had to be reminded by my village, by people that I disrespected growing up, that people that I laughed at, by people who I felt as though I was above and they were beneath me. But you learn the hard way when it's something that you want someone to believe in and they don't. So, back to life's toughest choices. King Monty this was like my 25th, 26th book. When Mr. Jefferson met me, I had only had 2 or 3 books. And it was wild. Let's give her, wait, hold up. No. So I just want us to take this journey just for a moment. So this book, King Monty, is about an honors kid. A kid who grew up in the South Side neighborhood, who has so much more to the world to offer. So much more than what presents itself. I'm pretty certain some of us are from some tough neighborhoods. I get it. I understand. For many people in those neighborhoods, they will never leave those neighborhoods. They will never, ever leave. They will stay in the place that they were born and raised. For some, they'll make excuses and say, oh, nobody believed in me, nobody cared. For others, they'll find their ticket. Whether it's sports or academics or simply your heart, there's a way out. I promise you. I found it and I've seen other people find it. But I've also seen way more people fall victim into temptation. So I want to read just a quick excerpt to talk about where temptation can lead you and how life's toughest choices aren't as, they aren't as visible as you may see them. They may sneak up on you. And you may be presented with a choice that can ruin the rest of your life. So this particular book, this is the 3rd one out of 3. King Monty, it really isn't in this one that much. It's more so of his friends and the choices that his friends make. We're going to jump into chapter 13 just for a hot second. One of King Monty's closest friends is about to make a terrible, terrible choice. And he's going to be presented with either you take option A or you take option B. Now let's see what presents himself with. Chapter 13, breaking and entering. As soon as Darren turned into the driveway for the big blue house on Sterling Road, Stingray stepped out from behind some plastic garbage bins and said, "What took you so long?" Startled, Darren shrugged and thrust his hands into his pockets of his yellow hoodie. "I was hungry," he said, "so I went to school." "Just for lunch, you mean? Why would I miss out on a free meal?" "You know, that's not a bad idea," Stingray said, slipping a Phillips head screwdriver from his back pocket. "Nothing's worse than being at football practice on an empty stomach. The only reason I was able to get away was because Monty had caused the scene," Darren said. "I watched from the door to make sure he was all right, and then I bailed." Stingray shrugged and moved over to a window overlooking the driveway. "Don't you have a game on Friday?" Stingray turned around and narrowed his eyes at him. "What of it?" he said, somewhat menacing, and Darren held up his hands. "I'm not judging, bro. I guess I'm just wondering how long you've been doing both." "Both what?" Stingray asked, and Darren nodded at the window. "Oh, you mean borrowing from people and then running past their sons to get into the end zone?" Darren nodded. "Let's just say I've been at it long enough to know what I'm doing on and off the field." What is Stingray about to do? He's possibly going to steal. Before he steals, he's got this Phillips head screwdriver in his back pocket. They're standing at a window. What do you think he's looking to do? He's about to break into that window. Darren said he goes to school for what? He didn't say it was for an education. He goes for lunch. You know how many students go to school simply for a meal? Because they believe that no one believes in them. These are real stories. These are our stories. As Stingray started working the screwdriver between the window and the frame, Darren's eyes traveled down the driveway. The big blue house was set back in a quiet cul-de-sac where people worked during the day. The driveway, like a lot of other houses on the street, had tall privacy hedges alongside it. But still, Darren was worried someone might see them. Y'all all right? You sure no one's home? He asked. And Stingray smiled. I've been casing this house for about a week now, he said as he worked the window with the screwdriver. A couple of days ago, I seen this guy who lives here bring home this huge laundry bag full of money. No joke, I'm telling you. $50 bills were flying from it as he fumbled for his key at the door. I don't know what he does. He works from home every day, but this morning I saw him leaving with a suitcase. Must be going out of town. I want what's left in that laundry bag to buy a few more of these. As Stingray brandished the diamond tennis bracelet that he had stolen the night before, Darren thought of all the things he could buy for himself and his family with a laundry bag full of $50 bills. So they have motive. Now we've determined the motive. We can break into this house to go after what? You're looking for the money. Sounds like it's a lot of money. Darren has already stolen something already. Anybody heard what he stole? A bracelet. What kind of bracelet? Diamond tennis. We gotta be mindful of clues. Great job. Your details. Food, clothes, furniture. Maybe a new PlayStation. And who knows? Maybe even a new car for his mom. What is Darren doing? He's thinking of what? All the things he can do. He can what? Without the explicit language. All the things he can do what? He can buy. All the things he can afford. That's temptation. He's tempted to steal his money because of all the things that he could not afford without it. Sounds like a choice. You sure this is a good idea, Stingray? He asked. And Stingray made a scoffing sound. Trust me, bro. The entire police department is still looking for clues at that crime scene from last night. That'll keep them busy all day and for a while. Speaking of cops, Darren said, that detective stopped by school today. That detective from the store this morning, you mean? Yeah, Darren said, glancing back at the hedges between them. You just keep your mouth shut. Even if he suspects you, you can't prove anything. There's nothing to prove, Darren said. I didn't break into those cars. But you were there, weren't you? Jeff said, grunting as broken wood flew from the window. Hopefully you didn't leave anything behind connecting you to the crime. Darren's stomach twisted and his heart began to beat very, very fast. But before he could remember if he had left anything at the crime scene, a loud splintering crack startled him from his thoughts. Stingray cried out and dropped the screwdriver. Darren's breath caught in his throat. Stingray had accidentally broken a part of the window, and now his forearm was bleeding. What did Stingray use to open this window? A screwdriver. He used a screwdriver. Now he got what at the scene? His blood.
DNA.
DNA? Who said DNA? I like that. All right. Yes, his DNA. I see you. Hey, what are you boys doing over there? Someone cried out from behind the hedges along the driveway. Darren and Stingray locked eyes for a moment, and then without a word, they took off running and didn't stop until 5 blocks and 2 streets over. They reached the bus stop in front of the corner store. Thankfully, the bus was just arriving. Yo, I'm gonna jet, Stingray said, holding his arm as he moved toward the bus. He was bleeding pretty badly, Darren thought. You just head home and change your clothes, all right? The bus doors opened, and as Stingray stepped up and inside, Darren tugged at his hoodie. Bro, my mother would kill me if I go to jail, he whispered. He almost felt like crying. Stingray made another scoffing sound. Nobody's going to jail, bro, he said. You're going home, and I'm going to practice. And if anyone asks if we were together, you say you've been home all day, all right? Nah, Darren shook his head to the side slowly. It's too late in the day to go back to school and too early to go home. You coming or going? The bus driver shouted from above a tire-like steering wheel. I'm coming, Darren shouted, looking back at his Stingray for approval. Giving a lone nod, Stingray turned away to a seat in the back of the bus as the two made their way to Mann Middle School.
Middle school.
Right, middle schools. What are the choices that presented themselves in this chapter? What choice did Darren have? He was presented with a few. It sounds like one of his first choices was the choice to do what? To be at school. That was his first choice, to be there at that home or to be at the school. Had somebody not caught them in that moment, he would have been presented with another choice because that window was broken. What choice would Darren would have had Stingray went into that house?
But he was gonna go too, right?
I thought
But he was gonna go as well.
that he was going to go in, that he was going to break in as well and go after the what? The money. The money that he didn't even see get brought in. Did Darren ever see the money? He never saw the money. He's going to get that money because of what someone told him. Can you imagine risking your freedom for something that you have no idea even exists? Is that a wise decision? It's not. Whether the money's there or not, you can't spend that money in jail. You have no idea what's in that home. Somebody could be waiting patiently on the other side, ready to blow your head off. Serious.
Yeah.
And they have every right to do that. That's just one chapter, many. In King Monty, Life's Toughest Choices. Remember, when I was growing up, I never heard these kind of stories. But we experienced them. We've seen them. We all know somebody who's made the wrong choice. Whether it was one of us, I know I've made plenty of wrong choices in my life. But we all get presented with the option to make a choice. It's real out here. And I'd rather you experience it in a book than experience it through your own life's choices. Because there's a whole lot of people who are just dying to tell their stories from behind bars. And I guarantee you, the majority of those people look like each and every one of us in this room. It's real. It's real. So I want to go to the next part. I don't want to keep you off from class. I know you're just so ready to get to class.
Olin.
I know you're so ready. I know you're ready. I had to sell a lot of books. So I wrote something on the board. I need your eyes. I need your eyes. So I wrote something on the board. I was thinking about y'all last night. Like, what can I give y'all? I have to prepare for this, bro. I'm not just coming up doing this all the time. Maybe. But before we get to that part, there's something I want to tell you. So clearly, all of my books, I've written 33 books, sold all over the world, in different places, yada, yada, yada. All of my books have a common theme: royalty. Right now, a lot of people are doing some things to erase what's already in the history books. They're trying to prevent our culture and our heritage from being told to one another. I'll never hold the truth from you all and where we come from. There's a fight and a battle against education and the accessibility of knowledge. I want to present to you something: the ability to always hold yourself to the highest regard. The highest regard. Now, I'm more of a chess player because I'm always thinking about my next move. How we gonna get to the next check? How we gonna get to the next opportunity in life? But before I played chess, I played checkers. I just love checkers. Checkers and dominoes. That was my thing as a kid. Once you right behind the lunch, take your little $1 or $2 and keep it moving. I loved it. Hey, checkers is my thing. When you get one checker piece all the way to the other side of the board, what happens? You king me. King me. And I was thinking about this as I was preparing last night. And for my ladies, history shows us that queens were kings as well. So I don't want you to think that, you know what I'm saying, just because I'm focusing on this word king, that you are not included. There was Kate the Great in Russia. There was Queen Elizabeth. There was Cleopatra, Nefertiti.
He's saying this, he's explaining it. You're so busy laughing about it. The explanation. He's explaining it.
Trying to get you there. Sadly, there was one queen of Egypt who used to wear a beard. It wasn't real, but she wore a beard. Her name was Queen Hatshepsut. I know, it's tough. But she was a pharaoh, and all of Egypt followed her lead. Her statue stands in the Valley of Kings. Anyways, when I think of the K in king, I think of knowledge is power. Very cliche, yeah, I understand, you've heard it, but it's real. There's a reason why they're trying to blockade so much knowledge from you all. There's a reason why they put things in books, knowing that many of us won't read them. Knowledge is for real. Knowledge is what separates you. Education is the ultimate equalizer. I step in a lot of rooms, and I'm the only one who looks like me. I said I step in a lot of rooms, and I'm the only one who looks like me. Sounds like me, comes from where I come from. Does that mean I'm just supposed to give up and not be in that room? No, not at all. Knowledge is what got me to that room. The I, ignore the comment section. What do you think that means? Ignore the comment section. Sometimes we need to sell. I understand. But sometimes when I post something, everybody doesn't agree. Everybody doesn't agree that we need a seat at the table. It's not up to me to get everybody to believe in what I say. Sometimes we have to ignore the peanut gallery. Everybody has an opinion. A lot of people gonna love you. A lot of people gonna love you and not tell you they love you. But there's also gonna be people who do what?
Hate you.
Who hate you. They don't even know you. They hate the fact that you're anointed. They hate the fact that you've been chosen. Sometimes you don't even know you've been chosen. Stay out of the comment section, unless you want to laugh. But if it's about you, they're going to laugh at you. I promise you. The end. No one's coming to save you. You understand that, right? No one is coming to save you. Now, you got your teachers that are here. But beyond that,
What they gonna do?
they're here for you. I know you don't think they're here for the pay.
Everybody a person for their own self. Ain't nobody here.
I don't understand what that means when you have teachers who pour into you, who spend their lives to be here, who roll out of bed. What does that mean? You know how much teachers get paid? Very little. Very, very little. I guarantee you there's teachers in here who got 2 jobs. Guarantee you.
I'm making up
The G. The G. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. The G is for go for it. Go for it. You got a dream. You got something you see in your mind. You're an artist. You're a poet. You're a rapper. You're a fashionista. You know how to put an outfit together. Go for it. There's going to be way more people who tell you can't do something before they tell you you can do something. I promise you. These people exist. The M for your mental health. We all have our spiritual health. We have our physical health. We have our sexual health. But your mental health is what will carry you in this life. Your mental health is your strongest health. You know how many people don't believe in themselves? I mean, a lot of people who tell me they just want to write one book. And I said, well, have you written anything down? No, I ain't did. No. They got all these excuses. You got to believe. I promise you. And the E, you got to earn it. You got to earn everything. Nothing was given to me. Nothing. Maybe somebody's time, maybe 5 minutes. but I've been left on red so many times, so many emails that didn't get a reply back. So many people told me that, hey, that's not gonna work. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about our story. Tell your story. Be careful of the choices that you make in this world. They can alter your path. But I promise each and every one of you have already been chosen, whether you see it or not. We've all been anointed, each and every one of us. So, I won't lecture y'all yet, but I would like to take a moment. Is there anything y'all want to ask me? Any questions? Of course, we got some things to give to you, but I always like to make people work. Yes, sir. Yes, young king.
What makes your book different from everybody else's book?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. It's a beautiful question. You go to the library and tell me how many books look like you. How much of the dialogue in these books that are presented to you look and sound like you. There are some similarities. Yes, there's a couple of us out here doing it. But I want you to just take for a moment. Can anyone name another black male author? Can anyone tell me by the time they've met a black male author? Or an author at all?
Black Panther, the one that wrote
Black Panther, the superhero? You fought crimes. Write books. But yes,
But
I
she
get you.
told me to say that.
Like, hey, you presented with a choice. You either listen to it or not. It's real. Growing up, I never met anybody who talked to me like this, who never took the time out. I promise you. Yes, ma'am. What gave me the motivation? Whenever y'all ready.
Shut your eyes.
Harvey, you gotta go with this.
Come on, good sir. She said what gave me the motivation, I got tired of feeling alone. I got tired of feeling like, yo, why are we the side character? Why are they like laughing at the only black character? Why is he like the dunce? Why is he called stupid? Why is he called the N-word? Why is this okay? Why is this acceptable? That was when I was 10 years old. Then I became a teacher. I used to teach 3rd and 5th grade. I couldn't afford the books for my classroom, so we go to the library, and guess what they couldn't find? Stories that told our story. That motivated me. That motivated me. Everybody's got problems. Problems are easy. We can all name a problem in life, but can you name a solution? Can you do something about it? Good, then do it. Then do it. And that's where people fall short. They won't do it. They can solve the problem, but they refuse to. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I ain't got the money. Oh, I ain't got the time. 24 in a day. What, my 24 the same as y'all 24?
Do this excite you?
Oh, yes. I love it.
You like it don't bore you don't be bored at all?
Never. To have this moment with y'all.
You get paid for this?
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have to do it for free. Sometimes people lie to me. And they say they're going to pay me and they don't. These are real. No, I respect these questions. It's real. But wait, let me finish. I've been to places where they told me they were going to pay me. And they paid me with a sandwich. They pay for my parking. They give me a slice of pizza. So when you ask me, what brings me to this space is you. It's each and every one of you. Because nobody stepped in my life to do this.
Grateful, right?
I'm thankful. I'm blessed. I'm thankful to have this moment. I remember the people. I remember my first black male teacher. He was a substitute in 8th grade. The man ain't know me from a can of paint. But he pulled me to the side and told me he believed in me. Some of us go our whole lives without someone telling you that they believe in you. And it's a hurt feeling. Because we can act tough and big and bad. But I guarantee each and every one of us are looking for someone to tell us that they believe in us. Thank you for that question. I really appreciate it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You gonna beat me? When you gonna let me finish? Yes, sir.
When you was going through your journey, was there any times you wanted to quit?
Every day, my God. I still want to quit sometimes. It's lonely to be an author. Y'all know, y'all have had to write essays or a paragraph or something. It's lonely. You doubt yourself. Does this make sense? Is this funny? Is somebody gonna laugh at me if I read it out loud? Every single day I doubt myself. Every day. But I believe. My belief weighs so much more than my doubt. We all have doubt. I don't want y'all to look at me and think I'm perfect at all. I still make mistakes. Sometimes I still choose the wrong thing. But I know that there's a greater calling. And it was meant for me to be in this space in front of you all just for this moment. Yes, sir.
How many books you said?
33.
So I got a question. What's the process of you making 33 books? Like, how is that possible?
It's wild, man.
Like,
It's
you know what
wild.
I'm saying? Like,
Beautiful question.
Where do the pages, like, the things you write on each and every page, like, I know there's a lot of
It's a
pages.
real question. It's a beautiful question.
33 books.
These are our stories.
Yeah, ChatGPT.
Nah, bro, we don't
No,
do
and he
that.
said they all come from up here, so what, like, because I know every book is not about the same thing.
Give me
So,
chills, man. It's real.
Who is you?
Imagine the life you live. Imagine the neighborhood that you come from. Imagine the trauma within your life, your family's life. Imagine the absence and people that you look for each and every day. Imagine the homes that are broken into, the news stories that exist, people who died from hit and run car accidents, people who make the right choices every day, and then the one wrong choice puts them away for a long time. These stories are real.
So would you say, like, each and every book is like pieces of your life story?
Pieces of my life story, pieces of yours, pieces of our history. Remember, I told you, they're trying to withhold our richness and royalty. Many of us don't know that we come from kings and queens. Many of us don't know about the royalty that runs through our veins. So it is my belief that I gotta tell you,
So,
whether I gotta put it in a book or I get 10 minutes of your time.
so you saying you speaking up for the black person?
Black, brown, the disenfranchised, speaking up for the people who don't want to speak up for themselves because they don't believe that they can. But they know they can, but they just don't believe it. That's what I speak up for. Appreciate that. Is there anything else? Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
One for actually the students that are going to go, because they are doing the writing test when you come back in spring break. The process that you go to write the books is
Listen.
This is a step in the process. Can you give them a little bit of insight on the preparation for at least coming up with the plans of writing students? That'll help them when it comes time to get
That's a beautiful question.
the Florida Rights Test.
Here's the trick. Whenever y'all ready, I'm gonna give you the secret sauce. You have to see it in your mind. You got to see what you want to say, what story you want to tell. Whether it's your story, someone else's story, you got to see it. And you got to just write it. That's where people fail the most. I promise you. People tell me every day, I want to do what you do. I'm like, all right, write it down. And that's where people fail. Because they give up. They don't believe in what they see when they close their eyes. There's nothing special about it. There's no magic to it. I think about where I come from. I think about where I'm going. And I write it down. I think about the projects that we drive by every day. I think of the homes with broken windows. I think of the scuff marks on our shoes. I think of the shoes that go like that when you walk that I used to have. I think of all these shortcomings in my life. It's real. It's real. I think of being hungry. That young man said he goes to school not for the education, but for what? For food. So many of us. 1 in 4 children grow up in poverty. That means they grow up without a meal. Imagine opening that cabinet or that cupboard and ain't nothing in it. Do many of us even have to imagine that? No, we don't. And the thing is, a lot of people don't know about that story that you already have inside your mind. But you gotta tell it. Because once you transition, once you pass, what do you have to leave behind? Because your thoughts and all that goes with you to a greater place. But what have you created? When you step out this school, what have you left your teacher to read? But what have you left them with? It's heavy. It's very vulnerable. Because we all afraid of being laughed at. We all afraid of somebody throwing tomatoes at us. I understand. Words hurt. And we can act tough, but words hurt. So you got to use words in the right way and write them down. When you come back for that writing test, there is no perfect paper. Nobody's gonna write a perfect paper. And a lot of times that's what stops us. It's a great question. Thank you. I hope I gave you something. But just let it flow. If it's not that good, it's not that good. You let it out. You come back and fix it. Yes, sir.
What's next for you? Do you feel like you finna make writing a career? Or like you should do something?
Already with career.
What's next? I don't know. I did what I wanted to do. And that was to give you guys something. So, you know what I'm saying? God forbid if I don't even make it home, y'all have a piece of my heart. The world does. The kids I've never even met that write me, the parents, they speak to me. I was talking to Mr. Jefferson. He was like, bro, you know I bought your books, right? I was like, for real? It's like that. So what's next for me? I can tell you best-selling author. I can tell you this show that I'm pitching to HBO and Nickelodeon. Those are things that are that's next in line. But what's next for me is to keep meeting you all. To have our paths cross one more time in this life. Just so I can ask you, is there anything that you took away from that time that we met? Just so I can meet you 5-10 years from now and be like, so what did you do with your life since? What choices have you made? And you're going to look me in the eyes and be like, Dr. Wood. I'll be like, bro, just call me Mike. And you're going to be like, I made the right choice. And whatever that choice that is in your life, you know it was the right one. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Because you know right from wrong.
Do they fly you out?
When the check's big enough, yes. But when no flight this morning, I sat in that traffic for y'all. And I do it every morning to do it for y'all. Some people do it, bruh. Some people fly. Some people don't like to be in. Man, when you have built the empire that you see in your mind, you can do whatever you want in this world. Money come, money go. Money makes money. It takes money to make even more money. But first, it takes someone to believe in you. It don't matter if you making shoes, clothes, if you're the best blind seller in the neighborhood, if you pressure washing homes, if you car washing, whatever you do, you make sure you're the best at it. I encourage you to be mindful of the choices that are in front of you. Because a lot of people make the wrong ones. I believe in each and every one of you all to make the right one. Don't matter what you did in your past. Don't matter what got you to this space in this moment. It was meant for us to cross paths in this moment. It was meant to be. So you take what you want from this conversation. But know that I believe in you. Is there anything else? All hearts and minds clear. Awesome. So we brought some beautiful things. Thank you, Mr. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So you have the choice. You're confronted with another choice in this space. You can take a piece of my heart, free of charge, and keep my voice in your mind from time to time, and be reminded of just how incredible you are. Each and every one of you. Thank you all. Thank y'all for this morning. I appreciate it. Of course. Yes. Y'all get to come in. And I'll sign it. Well, just get one. Just get one. And let me sign it. Go get a book. Make that man.
Yo, go get a book.
I got you.
Is that the first one, the second, or the third? Which one is that? The one you just had, that's the third one. That makes you have to go back and get the other two. That's the third one.
I can't do it.